Hey guys, we are on episode number 5 of Sidedeck Tech Tuesdays. Today it's going to be combating the Dark Worlds. I still think that deck is going to explode. It's going to do much better. People are going to play it more because unlike the plant, Tengu, tour guide craziness, tour guides and especially plants, they're not exactly, well, how do I phrase this? They're still out, but they're not as easy to get. I understand the new 10s have double extreme victory, blah, blah, blah. You might pull a tour guide. Tengus aren't that expensive, 15 or so. But the deck as a whole is just more expensive, harder to get. So, Agents and Dark Worlds are two of the biggest problems. When more people play Dark Worlds, there'll be more showing up and more will top, I think, at YCS Kansas City. Out of the top 32, I'd say anywhere from 5 to 10, top 16, 2 to 5, and top 8, I'm hoping 2, maybe 3. Honestly, I'd like, 2 to 3. So, a couple agents in there, and the rest I'm sure will be Tengu, whatever. So today, for our Sidedeck Tech, it's not just one card, although I will highlight the main card I want you guys to look at. A lot of you pro players will already know about this. It is increasing in value right now. They're only 7 to 8 for first editions on eBay. So, let me zoom in here. It is Debunk. Debunk is a counter trap card, which is fantastic. So, some things don't affect it, but that's not the point of this. The point of the video is you run 2 to 3. I run like 2 in one deck and 2 in another in my side deck. And what I do with this card is I activate it when they're trying to use their Grapha ability. When they either like dump Grapha to the graveyard so it can blow up a card, or they activate a card. They activate Grapha to come out, because it says negate the activation of an effect monster that activates in the hand or graveyard. So, there's a lot of other things it's worked with I'm sure you could figure out. It does work against like Hyperion and so forth. But the reason this card is better than some of the others I'm about to show you is this removes it from play. Let me zoom back out here a little bit. So we got Debunk here being awesome. Like I said, they're $7, $8. Pick them up as soon as possible. Your second thing is Gemini Imps. A lot of people play this. I don't like it quite as much because you ditch this card from your hand, so you have to have it in your hand, and it negates the activation and the effect of a card, that uses it in the graveyard. But the only thing good about this is you get the draw, so that's an advantage, I guess, if you want to say that. So anyway, but this is all about discarding. The exact text is when a card effect controlled by your opponent is activated, which would cause you to discard from your hand, you'd send this instead. So it doesn't really negate Grapha or anything like that, or Snow. It's more of Dark World dealings, card destruction, or whatever. You discard this instead and you get to draw. So pretty powerful, pretty nasty, especially combating card destruction. We already talked about Big Burn, so that's not really anything I need to talk about. This is similar to Big Burn. It's called Crevice Into the Different Dimension. It's a great card that's a little, like I was telling you guys about in the Big Burn video last week, is this is my other card that actually is chainable. They MST it. You declare an attribute, which of course will be dark, because that's 99% of what Dark World runs, besides, the Raven and a couple Veilers and a BLS. You select 2 darks, and you remove them from play. You can actually, chain this to MST, which is the best part about this card. So, it sucks if Graph is the only one in there, but he won't be the only one in there for long. What else is fun is you can always chain this, play this, when you think your opponent's about to use their field spell card and get rid of their target. So, and of course your other side deck is Crow, and this should be in all your side decks anyway, if not your main deck, for agents, for plants, and for Dark Worlds. This kills all the decks. It gets rid of the bulb, it gets rid of the spore, it gets rid of the dandy. It gets rid of your agents, it gets rid of, agents dump too many light fairies in their graveyard too quickly for this to be as effective. You need to probably go with Crevices and Big Burn against agents to keep their Hyperions from being devastating, or maybe being able to special summon Christia. But in this sense, since we're talking just about Dark World, you want to keep their best Dark World monsters removed. So, you know, main deck a Crow and maybe put 2 in the side. If you can, I would just think about 2 in the side if your deck cannot support a main deck Crow. In priority, I would say Debunk should be your first line of defense against Dark World, 2 of them. And Gemini Imp should be your last line of defense. Now, if your deck absolutely cannot handle getting card destruction, then maybe Gemini Imp should be your first line. I would run 2 Debunk, 2 Crevice, and 2 Crow. You know, for instance, because I'm running Agents. Gemini Imps does hurt me because I lose my Trag, I lose my Gorge or whatever. So I'm not going to even put Gemini Imps in there. I'm not as worried about it. Although it is a Fiend, and I was able to use Gates of the Underworld the other day against my opponent, so that was kind of funny. Anyway, just thought I'd point these things out to you guys. A lot of this will be duh for some of you, but a lot of you, you know, watch this segment to get some ideas. These are Extreme Victory cards, supers, Debunk is, so it shouldn't be that hard for you to pick up with all the new 10s out and the fact that it's only a super. So go out there, grab some, and, you know, make those good choices when you're trading to try to get cards that is not only good for play, but good for side decking. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.